Outfit's fresh, but not as fresh as this new film stack by Ferrania. Okay, that was bad. Yes, I know.
Oh, it's perfecting the double.
Okay, I hate myself. Anyway. Hey, how's it going? I'm Adam, and welcome to my channel. Well, the film community got some pretty big news in February. An Italian-based film company called Ferrania released a brand new Panchromatic black and white film stock in the market, P33, made entirely from scratch in their facilities in Cairo, Montano, Italy. You might know Ferrania from their very popular film stock P30, known for its well-defined contrast, minimal grain, and 80 ISO. Now, I have never shot it because I'm not brave enough to shoot anything below 100, so Ferrania, keeping users like me in mind, they created a more user-friendly, versatile film stock with its 160 ISO, the fastest film stock that they currently have. Thanks, Ferrania. While keeping the characteristics such as fine grain, clear contrast, and apparently having the cinematic character of Italian neorealism in 35mm format. Anyway, more on this film stock later. Now it's time to test it out. One sunny Sunday morning, me and my buddies Michael and Jacob, Dr. Pepper enthusiasts, decided to visit and walk around the palace of Rogalin. And here's where I loaded the P33 and my Nikon F3. First impressions, it's actually not bad. It gives you a clean and sharp image. Anyway, after wondering how strong Michael's neck is from being able to carry the RB and other cameras so effortlessly, we found a nearby church in the area. Let's talk about the history, which is always fun. Believe it or not, Ferrania was around for a pretty long time, and it was a force to be reckoned with back in the day. In the 1920s, they started producing still and motion picture film, best known for their P30 black and white film stock that was used to make Oscar award-winning movies such as 8½, and Two Women starring Sophia Loren. And due to their popularity in the 1960s, the company 3M, you know, the guys behind Scotch Tape, acquired them, and then we had a weird period of film stock names such as Scotch Chrome. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, does it? Then sadly in 2008 they ceased all film production. Now if you check their website, they actually blamed the iPhone. Now I would have blamed it on the invention of digital cameras or Fujifilm simulations, but hey, to each their own. Anyway, in 2013, two guys by the name of Marco Pagni and Niccolo Baudini, they opened it under the name Film Ferrania. And in 2017, that's when we got the first film stock, P30.
He's littering! You caught me with my canister down.
Can I steal your shot?
Of course, always.
Thanks to the smooth tones, fine grain, and cinematic look, it just might be perfect for portrait photography. And here is where I think I got the first good shot off the roll. The lighting's great and it shows scale really well. You know, you sort of look like Sean Penn in the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, where he had that Nikon and telephoto lens. Let's talk about the grain. Now, obviously it's a low ISO film, but I still gotta say it's extremely pleasant, and at times you might not even notice it. Also, it's really sharp, making it perfect for portrait and landscape photography. I can also see why it's geared towards the professional photographer. Honestly, it might be my go-to film stock for portrait photography. The medium contrast, smooth rich tones, and minimal grain is really nice. Some even said that it reminds them of the old Fujifilm Across film stock. Alright, so me and Michael been chilling here for like about 25 minutes. Trying to search for Jacob. I have no idea. I figured with his lens, he could find us anywhere though. So he's probably not lost.
That's a big one.
Alright, this could actually be a pretty nice shot. The lighting's great, the laying's awesome. Let's go. Best practice. On Ferrania's website, it says we know modern film stocks are flexible, but P33 is based off a classic chemical formula and it best works at 160 ISO. And I agree. I at times had a bit of a contrasty scene and I lost information in the highlights and shadows at times. But I feel like with this film stock, the shadows can go pretty quickly. It sort of gives your shadows this smudgy, inky look, if that makes sense. So best to shoot when there's even lighting or meter for the shadows. Also, me personally, I wouldn't push this film. I seriously doubt that it would look good. But I haven't seen any samples of it yet, so I might be wrong, like I usually am. Oh, and best to avoid point and shoots, cause this film lacks a DX code. Anywho, we found this cool little place and spent some time here. And this is my favorite photo off the roll. I don't know why. It's calming, simple, and it sort of looks like it wasn't taken in Poland. Oh, and here's the example of losing information in the shadows. This is the last shot. It's gonna be the one. It's gonna be the one that will define my career and people will start taking me seriously. I forgot to unlock the... Take two. I sort of like this photo. I enjoy the branches hovering over the house, creating this nice and natural framing. And that's the end of the roll and the video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Will I shoot P33 again? Definitely. Now, it's pretty hard to spot the difference when doing these black and white film stock reviews, but with this film stock, I immediately noticed the high quality that it is. The contrast is just right, grain is amazing, it's sharp, and I enjoy the smooth tones. It definitely deserves a place in my fridge. Now, if I were to talk about the cons, I would just say watch out for the shadows. It's best to have a good and functional light meter, and try to avoid high contrast scenes. Also, another con is the price. It's definitely not the cheapest black and white film stock out there. It costs around $13. Currently, this film stock is only available in 35mm, but I would love to see it in 120. Also, huge shout out to Michael and Jacob for the great photo walk. It was extremely fun. So yeah, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. And now I'm off to rest my arm from that 200 to 500 lens. Take care.